And they're off in the Coral Marathon. And Yibir is taken back by William Buick, and he's going to try and get some cover, but the field fan out across the course. Very wide is Sleeping Lion through the very early stages. Ryan Moore in no hurry to get across, but he has got the overall lead. Leading the main group is Ardea, who leads the group over on the far side, followed by Raymond Tusk, and then Ocean Wind, who's racing in advance of Estacas, and Yibir is last of the six, and now Sleeping Lion is beginning to drift across, having gone clear, and now he will move across towards the inside rail with a circuit to go in the Coral Marathon. So it is Sleeping Lion out in front by 2 lengths. Raymond Tusk and Ardea in a dispute of second and third. It's just Ardea now who has taken second. Raymond Tusk is in third. A length and a half way to Ocean Wind in fourth. Estacas is in fifth, and they reach the top of the hill. Yibir is at the back of the field. So into the top turn, it is Sleeping Lion and Ryan Moore out in front by 2.5 lengths to Holly Doyle and Ardea racing just in second. Raymond Tusk and James Doyle in third. Still just over 2 lengths to Ocean Wind and Jim Crowley in fourth position. And then Estacas and Billy Loughnane on the outside of William Buick and Yibir, as now they make the turn by the Coral Eclipse start. They have 1.25 miles to go at this point of the Coral Marathon, and it is Sleeping Lion who still leads the way. Sleeping Lion by 2 lengths. Ardea races in second. Ahead away in third, Raymond Tusk to the inside rail. Closing up now to within 1.5 lengths, Ocean Wind in fourth. A further length back to Yibir, and a neck away on the outside is Estacas. And now they've gone through halfway, and they make the run now towards the end of the back straight. Sleeping Lion still has the lead in his bid for his 6th career success. He also bids to give Ryan Moore a 4th victory in the Coral Marathon. It is Sleeping Lion to on the outside, Ardea racing in second. Raymond Tusk is in third. Ocean Wind on his comeback run now gets a little closer in fourth. Yibir smuggled into the race on the inside by William Buick, and at the back of the pack is Estacas, and they're about to lead the back straight behind them. They're entering now the final 5.5 furlongs, and it is Sleeping Lion by just over a length to Ardea, who is now in a clear second place. Raymond Tusk in third, and in fourth is Ocean Wind. Yibir is off the bit for the first time. He's now just been pushed along by William Buick, urging him to close. Estacas at the back of the field, 3.5 furlongs to go, and they're in line for home. Ardea now lays it down to Sleeping Lion. These two now matching strides. Raymond Tusk 2 lengths away. On the outside is Ocean Wind. Yibir is picking up, and now he's got a seam to challenge on the outside of Ardea. The back marker is Estacas. Down towards the final 1/4 mile. Ardea's lead is reduced to only a neck. Yibir beginning to grind it out down the wide outside. Ocean Wind is trying to rally. No more from Raymond Tusk or from Sleeping Lion. A furlong to go in the Coral Marathon, and it is Yibir. He never makes it easy for himself. He's driven clear. Yibir now by 3 lengths to in second Ardea, and in third Ocean Wind. But Yibir is simply too good, and Yibir has taken the Coral Marathon. In the end, it was close to second between the rallying Ocean Wind on the outside of Ardea.
Yibir gets the job done by 3.5 lengths. He was 3s on. Ardea was second at 11-1 and 6 ran. Well, Yibir ran in the Ascot Gold Cup over 2.5 miles. He was given a very patient ride there, and he made quite good late headway in that race. Here, back to 2 miles. He hit a bit of a flat spot turning in when they started to pick the pace up, but he ran on strongly. He's better than a listed competitor. He's a Group 1 performer at his best, and he's back on track now. And perhaps they'll stick to 2 miles, maybe the Goodwood Cup next.
Yibir has just won the Coral Marathon. William Buick was on board in the colours of Godolphin for Charlie Appleby, of course. Congratulations. I've seen Yibir keen for the first time, I think, when he was did he get just a little bit nudged into at the start?
Yeah, that was only for a few yards when he got sandwiched between the 2 horses, and it just set him alight a little bit. So he couldn't race like that for 2 miles, so I had to get him back in, and once I did, he got in a lovely rhythm, and he was taking me the whole way, and the pace was even the whole way, so you know, it was you could have come from anywhere in that race. But I thought he built into the race lovely, and you know, when I asked him, he picked up well. So it's probably, I would say it's it's probably the absolute maximum of how far I'd want to go. You could easily come back to mile 6. So, but he's proven that he does get the trip. Although I think it's as far as he'd want to go for sure.
So that partly explains how you rode him in the Gold Cup before that.
That's how he races.
Yeah.
And you know, people sometimes forget that he won a Breeders' Cup Turf around Delmar racing like that, a Belmont Derby racing like that. So that's the way he races. He warms into his races, and you know, sometimes it looks great and sometimes it just doesn't work. But today we just got the balance right, and you know, he was entitled to win in that company. Yeah, it's lovely to get him back to winning. He's been such a good horse over the years.
What kind of race do you think would suit him next?
I'm not sure what the plan will be, but I think obviously now he's won over 2 miles. It always gives the confidence to his future targets over the distance. I guess the obvious races are, you know, your Goodwood Cups, Irish Ledgers, and you know, he still retains plenty of class. So I'm sure that those races will be under consideration.
Okay. Looking at our next race, you ride a newcomer Arabian Crown for Charlie. What, if anything, can you tell me about him?
Yeah, he's a nice horse. Obviously having his first run, so you know, he will learn plenty and we will learn plenty.
Okay. And looking ahead to tomorrow, I've already had a chat with Ryan about Paddington. How are you looking forward to riding Emily Upjohn in the Eclipse?
Yes, exactly. Really looking forward to it. Obviously only 4 runners, but it's a real good race, as it always is, and you know, I think we're all looking forward to it.
It's going to be an interesting positional affair, isn't it, with just the 4 runners and where you might want to be?
Yes, exactly. It's going to be, you know, everyone's going to play cards close to their chest, and but look, no one's going to be too far away from each other in a 4-runner race. So you know, everyone's going to keep an eye on each other. That's for sure.
And looking at her runs, which I'm sure you have done, although this will be the first time you've ridden her.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think her major asset is?
Well, I haven't watched her, and obviously I did ride her in the racecourse gallop last week, and you know, she feels great. She's a supreme traveller, and she's got a turn of foot. So she's a very classy filly, and you know, she has all the attributes that you need at that level.
And do you regard Paddington as the main threat, or should we be thinking about William Haggis's horse as well?
I think you certainly should think about Dubai Owner for sure. He's a very classy horse, and you know, he's proven himself in Australia. He ran very well in Hong Kong, and you'd imagine the track here will suit him. Obviously Paddington, he's a 3-year-old, gets the weight, and he's a top-class horse.
It's all adding up to being an excellent Eclipse tomorrow.
Certainly is.
Very best of luck with it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lydia.
Novice Stakes was next. It was over 7 first.